the way. Hey everyone, Chris here, the RC Geek out of the field, and we are taking a look at the Freewing A-6 Intruder. This is actually a project that was for a friend of mine. He wanted a custom A-6 from Freewing, so did a little weathering in the assembly process and did a modification of adding a bomb drop capability, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But the model itself, this is a nice looking representation of the A-6. It's been out for a few years. For the 80mm fan, I do wish the model was a touch bigger now with the power that we're getting from these fans, because when you go through the assembly, there's not a lot of space up in the front for the receiver and the battery and all of that. And if the model was larger, that would help quite a bit. But in terms of the assembly, you know, it's pretty straightforward. You know, you follow the process, but you glue the tail on. The fuselage does come in two pieces. And then you put on the empennage, and the horizontal tails slide onto a shaft, and those are held on by 2 screws. And then the vertical tail is held on by 3 screws, and then there's a hatch back here that gets screwed into place as well that covers everything up. And then from there, you just slide the wings into place. Now, there's a bit of wire you have to contend with as you slide the wings on, so take your time when you do that, because it was a little bit fiddly, making sure everything was sliding through. Now, together on the bench, it looks great with the weathering. It really brings the model alive. It's a really cool subject. I like the A-6 as an airframe, and it looks awesome in the air. It looks great doing low-level maneuvering, that kind of stuff. But in terms of the bomb drop, now what I ended up doing is I designed a 3D printed pylon for the E-flite payload release. Okay, so this is 3D printed. It's just held on place with magnets. And so then this being the pylon that was included, I moved it outboard, so we got the 2 pylons instead of just the one that comes with the kit. So you've got the E-flite payload release in here. For the bomb, this is just a 3D printed. This is all out of TPU flex material, so it will last forever. So we've been having some fun dropping bombs on the runway. I will have those drop pylons available on my website, so look out for those. But otherwise, you know, in terms of the CG of the model, now all of the wire feeds forward into the cockpit area, and there's the hatch here, and I have an 8-channel receiver here, and then we've got a 6S 5000 pushed as far back as I can get it, and it still feels a touch nose heavy to me, but it flies really well even as such. And that CG equates to, I'll give you guys a landmark. In the wheel well here, there is this cutout. If you put your fingers right there and lift the model up in that cutout, that's where the CG equates to, and that's actually the rearward most recommendation in the manual. And I do feel that it could probably go back a touch more, but I'd have to start modifying things quite a bit more, and honestly, the airplane flies pretty well where it is. Now, in terms of the controls, I am at my mid rates all around, and those equate to, for the aileron, I'm at 80% with 12% expo. For the elevator, I'm at 45% with 10% expo. And then for the rudder, I'm at 90% with 25% expo back there. And that all feels pretty good. The neutral point for the elevator, it is carrying a touch of up. It's looking about 5mm from the hatch line down to the leading edge. And then for the flaps, I'll give you guys the dimensions on the video, but I just want to mention that I have a 5% up elevator mix with full flaps, so be aware of that. Flying the airplane, it looks awesome in the air. The A-6 is a really unique shape. It's kind of dimensioned like a pattern airplane almost. Flying it around, it looks awesome. You know, where it really excels at is kind of cruising low level, scale type, verticals, all of that it does well, but you can't beat just flying low level and just catching the background behind it, as though it's just flying over Vietnam, you know. So the bomb drop is extremely fun because it just adds a little bit more dimension to it. But yeah, now with the flaps down, the model lands really nicely. It slows down well. One other modification I forgot my friend wanted was a center burner. So we put that in there. It's not scale, but it's kind of cool to see those tailpipes glowing. But anyways, let's take this out, give you guys a flight, show you what it can do, and then we'll come back and we'll wrap this up.
Do you hear the fan?
Yeah. Bombs away.
Remaining 2 minutes. Time remaining 2 minutes.
I've got one home.
30 seconds. Timer expired.
Cool model. You know, interestingly, so on the takeoff roll, the fan is mostly stalled for a good portion of that roll. You can hear the tonal difference when the fan starts to bite. And so, yeah, very interesting. It's not the cleanest installation in here, so it's not that surprising, but the thing looks awesome in the air. The bomb drop is super fun. Yeah, it's cool. Nice cruiser. It's not one you're gonna maneuver a ton with, but whatever it does, it looks cool. All right, guys, so there's the Freewing A-6 Intruder, an older model, still a goodie, flies great, looks awesome, and so yeah, I'm anxious to send this off to my friend and so he can enjoy it. And so yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to follow along on social media at the RC Geek, subscribe, and until next time, I'll see you at the field. The Intruder. There's so much I could do with that, but I'm gonna be clean. Wrecked him, damn near killed him. Intruder. The Intruder.
Mhm.
Flight of? Intruder this is. Flight of? It's the Intruder.